Well, all right. Here we are, Facebook family and friends. Once again, I'm Pastor Bobby D. Hamilton, and you know what day it is. It is Move Monday. If you see me sweaty, if you see me perspiring, you know it is Move Monday. And this is the Monday we set aside for those inside the fellowship, outside the fellowship, those in the country, outside the country, to move, to ambulate, to get up and make it our business, to get our heart rates going, to make it our business, to get the blood flowing, to make it our business, to really reduce our caloric intake, and to make sure that we get some activity, put some active in our activity on today. First, let me begin by thanking all you guys for last week, because you literally had to pull me up. I had one of those moody Mondays when I didn't feel like moving, and yet you inspired me, you encouraged me. Some of you did it out of sincerity, some of you did it out of sarcasm, but whatever it may have been, and nevertheless, you got me moving. I thank you. I am back. I am back, and I thank you for allowing me to be back. But today I have moved. You see, I'm sweaty. I've already had my sunrise run, and I am back, and I'm feeling good. And I'm just so glad to be here with you one more time. And I thank you. I want to encourage you. I thought this morning that some of you are already going to work. You're already in your office. Here's a novel idea. Why don't you try bringing your walking shoes? You know those New Balances. You know those Skechers. You know those new Nikes you have. And why don't you use them for lunch? It's lunchtime. Why don't you just walk around the building or walk inside the building because of the humidity? But why don't you just find a way? Be creative by any means necessary. Make it your business on Mondays to begin moving. If you can move on a Monday, then guess what? You can turn around and flip it and do it again on a Tuesday. So I want to encourage you guys to move, and pull somebody. You pulled me last week. Is there one person in your circle of influence that you can pull? Is there one cousin? Is there one aunt? Is there one uncle? Is there one sibling that you can really today encourage, not humiliate, but to encourage them to move? To say, you know what? Let's walk. You know what? Let's swim. You know what? Let's ride. You know what? Let's just make it our business. Let's do one crunch. Let's do one toe raise, one calf raise. Can you pick the one person? Let me know who your one is. Who's your one? Who's your one? We can be praying for your one. Now, yesterday I preached at Friendship Church. Go to YouTube and look at what I preached. We finished a family series called Family Reunion. And I preached about putting grace in our place, about the power of grace, about our family need to be just soaked and bathed in oil and greased in God's amazing grace. Which makes me ask the question, in your domicile, where you were raised at, what environment were you raised in? Were you raised in a graceful home environment, or was it one filled with sarcasm? Was it one faced with jealousy? Was it faced with comparison? Was it one that was faced with humiliation? Was it one with condemnation? Or was it an implied perfection? What was your home environment like? When you came up, did you walk around on eggshells? Or did you make sure that he or she wasn't home? Or was it a joyful environment? Was it a very competitive environment? What was it, a sibling rivalry environment? What kind of environment? I'm saying that whatever your environment was, here's the question. What is your home like now? The home you have right now, is it a grace-filled home? Are you allowing grace to rule the place? I'm saying that we've got to be able to be a place in our homes where grace never allows you. Grace never gives you a license to sin. Grace empowers you to avoid sin. Grace is never do what you want and say, oops, God, give me grace. No. Grace is about, I understand how good God has been to me. And for that reason, I don't want to sin against God. God, help me. Lead me not into temptation. But I preached out of 2 Samuel 9. Go to YouTube and look at it about grace in this place. And I talked about Mephibosheth and how David had the opportunity. David had ascended to the king. He was the ruler. And David had the opportunity to really take names, kick butts, and cut heads off. And yet when it came to Mephibosheth, David could have gotten him. David could have paid him back for all the egregious acts of his grandfather Saul. But instead, David made his ambition to go after Mephibosheth to show him grace for his father Jonathan. And so he went after him. And I spent time talking about that grace always makes the first move. Grace reaches out. So here's the question. Who do you need to reach out to? Who in your family? Who's in your circle of influence? Who in your company? Who is it that's in your gym? Who is it that's on your Facebook? Who's in your circle of influence that you need to literally take the first step of grace to reach out, to try to reconcile, the first step to try to bless, the first step to try to initiate dormant conversation. I am saying, listen to me, we as a people of God, we've got to stop being admitting that we're so great with God and we're so difficult with people. The measure of your greatness with God is how you deal with people. People reflect where you are with God. And David was right with God. And so David made his desire to go and get right with a family that had really treated him wrongly. And I'm saying today that you've got a mother, you got a father, you got a biological father, biological mother that was not there, did not want to be there. But have you taken the step of grace? Have you initiated? You got an uncle, you got a cousin, maybe he's an abuser, maybe he's an alcoholic, maybe someone who set you up, maybe you did time in prison because of someone's lie, but will you take the step? Will you allow the grace of God, the forgiveness of God, the goodness of God to inspire you to go and connect, to reach out to them and extend to them the same grace that you have received? Oh, I gotta go. It's Move Monday. I have moved. Now I'm gonna make another move, go get my grandbaby, make another move and get my dirty self in that shower. But I'm telling you today, you gotta move. Go to YouTube and pull it down. Go to our website at Friendship Community Bible Church. Go to our website and look at it, because God wants to help your family to be different than just a place of rest, but let it be a place of grace. God bless you. God keep you. I'll see you Wednesday night at Friendship, a place to begin again. Oh, yes, it is.